to the Drunk Rasslin Lounge. I'm your host, JM, and I'm here with my designated podcaster, Jonesy.
What's up, booger eaters?
Jonesy.
Yes.
It is the WrestleMania spectacular. It's WrestleMania weekend. Can you even believe it?
No.
It's like Christmas for wrestlers.
Good God Almighty.
Especially the drunk wrestlers.
Yeah. This is the best trilogy of all time.
This week, for our very special WrestleMania extravaganza.
Wow!
We are watching along the entire Rock Austin WrestleMania trilogy.
Yes.
Jonesy, does it get any better than Rock Austin?
It doesn't. There's no other trilogies.
There's no other trilogy.
And this is the one.
This is the one.
And this is the epicenter of what made wrestling today. This is where it was, dude.
Man, you know, for
the two hottest
Hogan
acts.
Yeah. Bruno, Hogan,
might never happen again.
Michaels, Brett, Cena. Like you never had two guys of the Rock's and Austin's caliber. Maybe Brett and Shawn.
Yeah, but you only had that 1 year.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Hart or Austin Rock was the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely.
You know? And we even got their final matches outside the Attitude. Like, really, it's outside the Attitude Era. But, like, you had no two guys who ever collided the way that Austin and Rock did.
No.
And hung in there and
Absolutely
carried
not.
it. And
So Austin hit that apex a little bit before him.
Yep.
And then The Rock hit it too. And
Yep.
just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
and that's probably never going to happen again.
Never again.
Again.
But it's also that interesting thing because The Rock was never as popular of a wrestler as Austin was, but Austin never hit the mainstream quite the way The Rock has. Right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's this interesting dichotomy where, like, absolutely Austin was the bigger wrestling attraction.
Mm-hmm.
There was never
Absolutely.
there has been very few things, maybe Hulkamania, that is comparable to Austin 316.
Not even that, yeah.
I think Hulkamania is comparable.
Not by like merchandise sales and stuff like that was all him. Man.
Hulkamania had a much longer stretch than Austin 316.
Yeah, you're right. But he still outsold him.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But The Rock has transcended wrestling in a way Austin can only like I love Austin's podcast, but let's be honest, right? Like Austin only looks at The Rock's movies and The Rock's, you know, what The Rock is, what Dwayne Johnson is now.
But we all knew that. Like Austin could play Austin.
Yeah.
Like that's what made him so successful anyway.
For sure.
Like he can't go to Hollywood and play some other dude.
Right. But there's nothing else even comparable to these guys, right? I mean,
no.
Hogan was Hogan, right? And Hogan kind of transcended, and he like Hogan was as big of an attraction as Austin, and transcended not quite as much as The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think that's right.
Okay, but it's not like Macho Man had the Slim Jim deal. Mm-hmm. But you can't compare him to Austin or The Rock.
No.
You know, Hogan never had that guy.
No.
That's what I would say
Two
about
at the same time. Like
that would be my that would be my
go back to like Gorgeous George.
Man,
honestly, like you are because he's the one who pulled it out of the big top basically onto television.
Yeah.
But who was his foil? We can't name it.
he was the foil, right?
That's what I mean. Like, he was the foil, but like, who was it was Luthez, and wherever he went, it was Luthez, Bruno, you know, all that shit.
Yep.
Wherever he went, there was a different guy.
Right.
At this time, it was these two, just skyrocketing.
What about? I got a question.
Okay.
What about Dusty? Where does Dusty fall? Because Dusty was huge in South Florida, and Dusty transcended South Florida.
Yes, he did.
And we got Dusty and Flair.
But here's the deal. Dusty was, what, 15 years older than Flair?
Yeah. And they didn't have the platform. The other thing there is that the NWA was not the platform that the WWE was.
I was going to say, like, the only wrestling star besides Hogan that was on the level of Austin was Flair. But Flair was so territorial. Mm-hmm. Now, Flair could have been bigger.
Yeah.
But Flair wanted to stay there.
Flair became, and you could make this argument about many of the guys who held the NWA title, that Flair became worldwide in the wrestling business. Mm-hmm. And the Horsemen, like his run with the Horsemen and Ric Flair, and especially when he was wrestling Dusty, I think, because Dusty had kind of transcended his territorialness. So he kind of became...
Which is incredible.
Yes.
This is all incredible because they did not have a cable television presence.
Right.
Like Austin and Rock did.
Yep.
You know?
So the other guy I feel like deserves mention is Sting. Mm-hmm. Because I did not watch NWA, I did not watch WCW, I still knew who Sting was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's the same thing. Like, he transcended... Sorry.
Nope.
He transcended the territorial thing.
Yes. But he never quite transcended wrestling.
No,
right.
Never.
Right.
Only, really, honestly, The Rock has ever done that.
Hogan. I think Hogan. Dude, Hogan...
Not to the extent The Rock has.
Definitely not to the extent The Rock has. No. But The Rock has become a fixture in Hollywood.
Yeah,
yes.
Like, he's the most well-paid movie star there is.
Hogan laid the groundwork for The Rock. Hogan, people... There were people who knew wrestling as that thing that Hulk Hogan did. Right?
Yeah.
That's
true.
There's that. There was a long period where people were like, wrestling, what's that? But isn't that what Hulk Hogan does?
You don't feel like The Rock would have just done wrestling and then been the Hulk Hogan?
Are you asking if I think The Rock would have done that whether Hulk Hogan had or not?
Yeah.
That's one of those chicken and egg things, man. Like, if Hogan... Do I think The Rock...
He's that much better at it and has had that much more success at it?
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like...
For sure. And you're probably right. But if Hulk Hogan hadn't done it, would The Rock have even considered it a possibility?
It. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate question, right?
Yeah.
Would they have, if Hulk Hogan hadn't done it...
Kind of like now, you got Cena going down that path.
Yeah.
And Cena's fucking hilarious, you know?
I like Cena. What's your favorite Cena movie?
Trainwreck.
Trainwreck?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Trainwreck. What's that?
The Amy Schumer.
I haven't seen that. I liked Blockers. Did you see Blockers?
No, I did not.
Hey, if you haven't seen Blockers, check out Blockers.
Him and Trainwreck yelling at some guy in the movie theater. I'm not a Mark Wahlberg wannabe. It's fucking awesome, dude. It's amazing.
I'm gonna. I don't know what Trainwreck is. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Trainwreck with Amy Schumer. It's an Amy Schumer movie.
Okay.
And he's like a love interest for a while.
Okay.
It's great.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's great.
But tonight we are watching Rock Austin 3 times at Mania. And we are starting...
Did they wrestle 3 times at Mania?
3 times at Mania.
Nobody's done that.
Nobody's done that. 15, 17, and 19.
God damn. so good.
So good.
Wrestling was awesome.
Wrestling was awesome.
It's still awesome.
And we are going to start with WrestleMania 15, which was the Attitude Era WrestleMania.
Yeah. And also, you guys might remember it because it was the culmination of Brawl for All. I mean, that's probably how...
That was definitely the match of the night.
Yeah.
Butterbean versus Bart Gunn.
Most people remember it for Brawl for All. We remember it for Rock Austin.
So we're gonna watch Rock Austin. So this came off the heels. So the Rock, so Austin was the hottest thing ever at this point.
All time.
They had to have a match where Kane and the Undertaker pinned Austin together to beat him for the belt. And neither of those guys left with that belt. Vince McMahon grabbed the belt and left. And Austin chased him out of the arena, and Vince McMahon gave him the finger holding the belt as he got into the limo, and the limo drove away.
Of all time.
Dude, it was
he'd never given the finger.
It was
before.
Such an old white man finger. It was like, nah, up yours, Austin.
I can't even.
But Mr. McMahon was the best, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Drove out. We went on to some Survivor Series, which was the Deadly Game, which had to be
it's a deadly game.
Yeah, the worst theme song ever.
No, it's a deadly game.
It's a deadly game. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
That's what you guys like and subscribe for.
Where actually The Rock was starting to get some fan following going in. Mm-hmm. He was going into this, and we don't talk about this enough.
Was that the?
Because this was 98. So at Survivor Series 97, we had the Montreal Screwjob, where Vince McMahon came down to ringside. He called for the bell.
Everybody.
He called for the bell when Bret Hart turned Shawn Michaels over in the sharpshooter. Mm-hmm. And then 1 year later, at Survivor Series 98, they did the exact same thing with The Rock. The Rock put Mankind in the sharpshooter, and Austin and Shane were at ringside, and as soon as The Rock turned him over and had him in the sharpshooter, McMahon calls for the bell and awards the belt to The Rock. This kept The Rock from going heel. It turned The Rock back, or it kept The Rock from going face. The Rock was really starting to get a fan following at the time.
Definitely.
Turns him back. He gets the belt, and he becomes the corporate champion. Mm-hmm. And then we go into this WrestleMania. He has two unbelievable matches. Well, he has one unbelievable match, the infamous I Quit match, which was actually the subject of Beyond the Mat. No,
that was the next year. That was
it was definitely that.
No, it was a Rumble this year.
Yeah. It was Rumble this year.
Yeah.
It was Beyond the Mat, Beyond the Ring.
Yeah, Beyond the Mat.
Beyond the Mat was the documentary. That I Quit match between The Rock and Mick Foley was pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was awful.
Right? And then
Hard to watch.
And then we follow up with the... Was it in Last Man Standing match? It was the Last Man Standing match. Actually, so it was a double finish at the Last Man Standing match, which led to Halftime Heat, which The Rock won.
That's right.
Or no, The Rock lost. Because they lowered the boom on him.
The Rock lost.
The Rock lost.
Mick Foley was the champ.
And then The Rock got that belt back.
Yeah.
So we're going into WrestleMania. It's The Rock versus Austin.
And Austin needed a heel.
And Austin needed a heel who could stand with him. You know, there were very few heels who could stand against Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean,
he beat Michaels the year before.
And not disappear in the ring. Yeah. Right, you know. It was almost... Austin was almost so big that he didn't have challengers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there was The Undertaker, and then who else could even stand in the ring with Stone Cold?
Yeah, you can only do the evil deal so long.
So, we are
this.
coming into WrestleMania 15.
Good God almighty.
We are at 246.58.
Wow.
No, we're not. We are at 218.51. I always do that. I look at the wrong side.
218.51.
If you want to join us, we are on the network on WrestleMania 15.
Booger eaters.
March 28th. That's tomorrow. Anyway, that doesn't matter. March 28th, 1999. WrestleMania 15. We are at time mark 218.51. Go ahead and find it right now. I'm going to give you a countdown before we start the match for this watch along of 5.
What?
I usually do 3, but we'll do 5.
You confused everybody, dude. 218.51.
And we're going to start this match in 5, 4, 3, 2, and play. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Good God almighty.
And look, the people still come up for The Rock,
first?
man. The people still come up for The Rock. Man, we have, as wrestlers...
I know it doesn't matter.
We have as wrestlers, we have the expectation that the champion comes out first. I think that is...
Second.
Yes, the champion comes out second. I think that is a misconception that we got because Hogan was the champ for so long, and because...
He's so much bigger now.
He's so much bigger now. He's so much more cut now. Look, he's kind of soft here.
Well, he only does...
I mean, he doesn't...
He only does HGH and dieting.
I bet he doesn't do any HGH here.
I bet he does. No, definitely not there.
No, definitely not here.
That there.
He's almost got a little bit of muffin tops. And this was after all those rumors that he went and had liposuction.
Yeah.
And that's why, because
which
through the
whole, like, is that not stupid?
I think it's pretty dumb.
Yeah, I mean, like, he does not look that much different here than he did, like, when he debuted.
No,
he was bigger, but you can't just cut that.
Yeah, and it's so gradual. So the theory is, for everybody who doesn't remember, he, during his feud with Mick Foley, he wore athletic pants and a shirt a lot. And the claim was that he had gone and gotten liposuction, so he wore the shirt to hide the scar or whatever, basically. But absolutely not, dude. I don't think that's true. I've never believed that because he doesn't look like he's had liposuction here. He's not. No.
He looks the same.
Yeah, he looks leaner.
Well, yeah, I
but
mean,
not leaner than you could be.
He was when he debuted, he was 270.
Right.
Oh,
here comes the man, dude. Man. Austin.
That's our guy.
Stone Cold, dude.
My guy.
This is everybody's guy.
Should be.
This was that weird mania though. Because he wore his T-shirt, one of his T-shirts instead of his vest, because he had forgotten his vest somehow.
Expect no mercy. Shove you off, cameraman. Don't care.
Dude, I love this. He goes to his corner.
They had the middle finger, fucking foam finger deals.
Yep,
that's the best.
Dude, Attitude Era. I love this. He goes to one corner. Rock kind of jumps in his way. He goes to the second corner, and we're used to seeing Austin go to all 4 corners, but now here's the Rock. Where are you going? Nope, you pay attention to me. And Austin's gonna go, hey, where are you going? No, son of a bitch. No, here we go. You ain't going to them corners. Let's do this right now. I love it. Oh, yes. Here we go. Right hands right away. And nobody traded punches like the Rock and Austin. Never have, never will again, right? No. Nobody. I love it so much.
Rock's punches are shit, but man.
You think Rock's punches are shit?
Yeah.
I think they're I don't know, man. I think they're good enough.
He's the first smack guy I've ever seen.
Okay, that's he threw, you know what? He threw his punches exactly the same way Razor Ramon threw his punches, man.
Oh, did Razor do that?
Inside Baseball, absolutely. Go watch Razor Ramon's punches. Right. The Rock throws Razor Ramon's punches.
I'm not a fan of the
Rock
thigh
throws
slap.
The Rock throws Razor Ramon punches, and the Rock throws Mr. Perfect stomps. He rings them out, puts that stomp in.
He does, yeah, definitely. that is the perfect stomp. That's for sure. Yes. Throw him over the top rope. Austin.
And nobody does that anymore. That was like an Austin thing.
I
love it, dude. Him like that into the ropes. Nope, I'm gonna grab you by the back of the head and just chuck you out. Hey, and there's that security guard, man, with like the beret and the fucking the Fu Manchu. He was the Attitude Era.
Yes,
security guard, man.
That's your Lee. No,
I don't even know. You know his name from WCW. I don't even know his name.
No, the guy from WCW with the beard and.
Was there a dude in WCW?
Yes.
I don't even know, dude.
Lee Daniels. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like and subscribe. Comment below.
Hey, look. What about this part? They are having trouble getting through the crowd here.
Well, yeah.
So by this point, there was kind of a thing.
If they're out there, you have to fucking kill somebody.
Austin.
That's why I'm always impressed with both these guys.
Austin did this a lot, where his matches started. Like he'd go out of the ring right away and kind of fight through the crowd, and normally,
especially this era.
Well, he did it with Brett. He did it with Triple H. He did it with The Rock. You saw it a lot. It was kind of an Austin thing, and you saw some other guys do it, but it was an Austin thing for sure. They could not get up the other side of that arena. They turned around. You can tell they wanted to go further. The Rock couldn't. The Rock was like trying to push people out of the way. And they could not get further. They turned around, came to the other side of the ring, and even now they're just like,
I love it.
Even now they're just like, let's just go a little ways, and now I'm gonna choke you with this electrical wire.
Here's been my everyday complaint about The Rock.
Yep,
The Rock was fluffy.
Okay,
which is what we say.
Okay,
The Rock did not lay shit in.
Okay,
which is fine.
Yep,
but. At this point in time, like, you had to get this shit.
So The Rock, you're right.
He could bump like a motherfucker, but he did not lay it back to them the right way.
Absolutely,
in my opinion.
I don't disagree.
Unless he was hitting Mick Foley with the chair, obviously.
I don't disagree. What I would say is it's a testament to The Rock that he was entertaining enough to watch. That he didn't need to do that. You know what I mean? He could be fluffy. He was almost a little... I'm a huge Rock fan.
Yeah.
But he was almost a little fluffy or hokey. He was almost a little hokey in his wrestling, but he was charismatic enough and entertaining enough to watch that you didn't care. You know what I mean?
No.
And that was a thing.
That was a turning point. Like,
yes.
That was a big turning point because you look at that right there.
It's like that back body drop.
Big worker.
He drops Austin right on that triangle beam, dude.
And the career worker had to land that right. And The Rock is just there to be The Rock.
That was not. They didn't exactly know what was happening there.
That's good.
Yes! Oh! Yes! Right in the dick,
yes!
Dude. Right.
Fuck your dick!
Right in. Hey. That was just Austin, too. Like just the way Rock had sat.
No, that's
Austin
the old
like,
school.
Here's your junk.
That's the old school, dude.
I'll take a piece of that.
Yeah. You fucked that bump up. I'm just going to kick you in your dick. Dick kick. There you go.
Here we go into the big sign. Hey, there's no Titantron.
No.
Holy cow.
It's a mania with that one.
Had to be the last one?
At least one more.
2000? Yeah, there was really no Titantron at 2000, huh?
2000 was terrible. Nobody remembers that.
Well,
that didn't exist.
2000. That's the next year, man. I hated 2000. 2000 is probably my...
Sucks.
It's
no 9 or 13, but it sucks.
Man, it's a bad mania. It falls right in there with 1, 2, 9, and 11.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, gosh. Suplex on the outside.
11?
Suplex on the outside.
Never mind. We're not going to do
that
argument now.
No, yeah. For sure.
13's awful.
One is the worst wrestling card I've ever seen.
Yes, it's terrible.
2 is the second worst wrestling card I've ever seen.
11's
11,
awful.
9, 11's 9 and 11.
9's the worst WrestleMania of all time.
No.
It is.
1 is 1 and 2 are both worse than 9.
Because those are the first 2. That's the only reason they're not. 9's awful.
9 is bad.
Giant
11
Gonzalez
is
is on 9.
You could actually you could maybe get me the Rock. I like the way the Rock's just like, hold on, I'm gonna have this drink of water and I'm gonna throw it on somebody else. I'm gonna spit some on Austin. Like that's the kind of stuff that made the Rock. And what about that whole spot? I'm gonna drop you on the ring apron, and then you just fall on the announce table, and then we won't break the announce table.
Yeah. I bet that was good for a sneeze. Seems great. Good God Almighty.
Good guy. He's got knee pads on, bro. What do you want? What do you want?
His knees are a mess.
Like, here we go again.
Yeah.
It's supposed to break. It's supposed to break. Let's try it this time.
Yes.
Elbow drop. Oh,
fuck you.
Tacoma.
Well, that's what the sign said.
I didn't even see. Are they in Tacoma?
Taxonomy.
There's no way they're in Tacoma, right?
No.
I'd have to do the research.
What's that say?
It says
taxonomy.
What? No.
That guy stuffs dead animals for a living.
Tacony? It does say Tacony. We're looking at the big yellow sign in the audience. It does say Tacony. Tacony.
We're so stupid.
Tacony.
Good God Almighty.
Good God Almighty. Get him.
Get in there.
Get him. Right. Oh. He's breaking his knee up.
Thank God that there's a worker in the match. Man, I forgot.
He just booted the Rock all the way.
Maybe this is why I don't like the Rock as much as everybody else. Like
this match?
No, man, he's not as good as Austin. I know it's dumb.
I mean, Austin's picking
him up and carrying him.
Austin is one of the most unappreciated workers of all time.
Oh, for sure.
Because his best work, or because his best years, he was working around 7 catastrophic injuries at any time.
Yeah.
Like he had a bad neck. His best year
was 96.
2 bad knees most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think his best year. I think 98. No, man. 98.
96
was his,
and 7.
90
man. Before him and Owen at SummerSlam, dude. He was unbelievable.
Yes.
The shit
I won't argue that.
He was incredible.
That's the year he made himself.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, I think there is something to be said for the year he had.
Yes.
90 from 98 to 99 from the year leading up to this. Are you
no DQ?
Are you happy they murdered Earl Hebner?
Best. Yes. No DQ.
Well, remember Foley was supposed to be the referee for this match. Foley had beaten the Big Show. It was supposed to be Foley or the Big Show, right? And Foley, because Big Show was working for Vince McMahon and Foley was on Austin's side. So it was supposed to be Foley versus the Big Show for...
Big Show wasn't here yet.
Yeah. They had a match earlier tonight already. Big Show did the, hooked him on his back, did the big fall, and Mick Foley somehow, I don't remember how Mick Foley won that match, but then Mick Foley was injured and couldn't finish.
Wow.
Big Show showed up at...
Wow.
Oh, here we go. We're just glossing over all these chair shots. They're beating the shit out of each other with his chair, which was an Attitude Era thing.
Hell yeah. Well,
I mean, it's been a wrestling thing for a long time. Like when people think about wrestling, They think about hitting somebody with a chair. But it was never like it was rare. Like Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko were the only people having matches without chair shots during the Attitude Era.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Like you'd see 27 chair shots on an average 2-hour
on
Raw.
A Raw. Yeah. Yep.
And now we're at a rest spot. Right?
What?
Like, oh, let's work this. We've done a bunch of chair shots. We fought all over the ring apron. Rear chin lock. Here you go. The Rock chucking that loogie out to the crowd. Dude, The Rock was something else here. Dude, I miss, like, I love The Rock. I love Dwayne Johnson's movies. It's always... I love going back and watching stuff from this era and seeing what a wrestler The Rock was.
Yeah.
Because The Rock came back, and a lot of people have seen The Rock when he was a movie star coming back to Mania. The Rock was a fucking wrestler. He was a worker. Yeah. He was The Rock. And like people I don't know, people forget that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like this is awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
I love this. I love seeing this Rock.
Yeah, this is the shit, dude.
And we're working this down. Is Austin out? We've got the rear chin lock, choking him out. Ref's checking the arm. There's one.
Check him.
Here's two. Is Austin going to be? Oh, Austin's working almighty. Up. Here we come. The big punches. Here we go. Get those punches. Nobody threw punches like Austin, and he threw the fingers up in the middle of it, dude. This is amazing. Samoan drop.
Good God Almighty.
That's it.
1, 2.
No.
Out. That's worth it.
Hey, did they just get a false finish off the?
Yeah.
They didn't have to go up to the top rope and do.
Nope. They didn't have to do a finish or anything.
No sell 3 strikes before they went off the top rope.
Nope.
Get out of here, man. Are these guys even putting in any? Oh! Rock bottom on Tim White.
That's the backup ref.
Rock bottom on Tim White. Stunner!
Yes! Good God Almighty!
Stunner!
Nobody ever
get him, Austin.
Stunner like The Rock.
Nobody has ever taken a stunner like The Rock.
Also, Scott Hall.
He's the only one. No, Scott Hall's stunner was not like The Rock's stunner. Look, there's Earl Hebner back. Oh, The Rock.
Yes! Oh, God.
Good God Almighty. Good God all the mightiness.
This is the best. We only have 2 of these left.
I'm super. This match is amazing. I always remember this match too. This is honestly, this is my least favorite of the trilogy that we're watching tonight.
Good, though.
But this match is bananas,
so
and it's such
There's already a chair somewhere.
It's such a match of its time,
Look at
man.
Vince.
Austin grabs Vince looking like a spry 58-year-old here. Low blow on Austin.
I was going to say a 50-year-old.
Low blow on Austin. Earl Hebner's back up. Vince McMahon's in the ring now.
Oh, good God Almighty.
This match is no disqualification.
Get here, Vince.
Come over here. Let's see. Smack on the ref. Vince McMahon takes him down. Oh, and now we're stomping. We're both stomping.
Best ever.
Hey, dude, Vince is the best stomps. Look at him. He's the best. Just get him, Vince. Get him. Oh, you love it. You love it. And The Rock, you can see The Rock looking over his shoulder like, oh, no, here comes Mankind. He's back.
God Almighty.
And he's got his homemade ref shirt on. Help him out, Foley. See, this is... So here's the thing. Oh, big punch on Vince. Vince just goes down and he's like, oh, what the hell? And Foley just ignores The Rock. I love that Foley just ignores The Rock. Schoolboy on The Rock by Austin. Awesome. Dude, this match is bananas. Here's some punches. Quick, send them off. Get back to the action, Austin.
I don't even know what's going on.
Luthez! It's not.
Oh,
there it is!
Good God Almighty!
Piston fire by the rattlesnake. I love it. Here comes that big head of steam elbow.
Yes!
Dude, this is wrestling. Dude, this is Rasslin. This is my Rasslin. I'm all in. I'm all in right now. This is my Rasslin. Listen, AEW can suck it. They ain't never had nothing like this, dude. Love it. Rock bottom.
This guy.
Rock bottom. Come on. People's elbow time. Here we go.
Yes.
Give me the elbow pad. Give me the elbow pad.
Though.
It doesn't count as his finish because he always did the rock bottom first.
God, it was awful.
Here we go. Shut up. No, it's not.
Shut up.
Fingers. Elbow. Oh! Austin's up. Austin's up. Stunner. No, fuck you. I love it, dude. Rock bottom. Elbow out. Elbows. 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 Kick wham. Stunner. It's a fucking into the ropes, dude. I fucking love this match. Look at McMahon. No! Dude, he couldn't be any more. Dude, if they had given him, he couldn't.
This is unbelievable.
This is amazing. Look at that. He can't believe it. He's just like Darth Vader when he found out Padme was dead. No!
That's not.
Yeah. I love it.
Canon.
Dude, this match. This is the culmination. This match is the culmination of the Attitude Era. This is the Attitude Era's main event. True, false?
I would say the next one is.
No. The next one is the end. Like there's an end to the Attitude Era. This is the main event of the Austin was the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Austin is not at WrestleMania 2000.
I know. Neither's The Rock.
The Rock is.
Oh.
It's that 4-way.
Oh yeah.
McMahon in every corner. That's like the after party.
He's hurt.
WrestleMania 2000 is the after party of the Attitude Era. This match is the main event of the Attitude Era.
Yeah, you're right.
Hell yes, dude. Austin giving the finger, giving the double. I guess he's not flicking anybody off right now. He won, so he's get your belt, get your hand raised by Mankind, get your belt. Show us McMahon. We got to see where's the McMahon stunner. Come on, give me the McMahon stunner.
I was just stun Mankind.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he stuns Mankind. He stuns McMahon here in a minute.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even though we've seen it on
Still awesome.
every single Raw from WrestleMania 14 to WrestleMania 15, McMahon got stunned. Every single Raw, I still want to see it at Mania.
Yeah.
He's got a couple cores. This was before they had the Budweiser endorsement, so they weren't Steve Weisers. They were Stone Coors, I guess. And he's only got the two. Man, this was a different time in wrestling. I love this so much, man. This is such a match of its time too. And this was that. So this is before this is that new belt too. We didn't have the the Smoking Skull. No. He gets the Smoking Skull after tonight, right?
After this, yeah. But he got this after beating Shawn.
He got that match. Yeah, he got the new belt after beating Shawn, but he ran with that, and then after this he gets the Smoking Skull because Backlash this year, which is another great. We're gonna do Backlash one of these days because that is a great pay-per-view. But
yes,
for now,
double birds. Dude, he started to leave. He came back because he's too over. Look at that crowd. The crowd is still going nuts for Austin. KC is fat. That's what it says. Dude, I don't know.
There's a sign that says KC is fat. Oh, look. Yes. Earl Hebner.
Good job, Earl.
Look at Earl. Earl chugging.
Get him.
Earl chugging the beer.
Yes.
Look, he's so excited.
Oh, shit.
I've never seen Earl move like that, man.
I haven't either.
He sprinted across that ring.
Boom.
Look, he's about to fall down. Austin's
just laughing.
Yeah.
He knows it's coming.
Just like the rest of us. Come on, get McMahon in there. I want to see the McMahon stunner. Oh, man. Dude, this match. Toast the beer.
Boom!
Come on, McMahon. Get in there and get your stunner. Why are we dragging this out so long? Son of a bitch. That son of a bitch. Dude, how sweaty is Austin? How much of that is beer and how much of that is sweat?
That's a lot of beer.
What do you think the ratio is right now?
30 to 70.
30
beer to sweat.
30% beer to 70% sweat? 70% sweat,
70,
beer?
70 beer, 30
Okay.
sweat.
At least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, Austin's ready to leave. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Oh, what? That's my belt. That's my belt. I own it. That's my belt. What a weird argument for somebody to have. Here, you want your belt back? Oh, punch! Oh, yes! Yes! I don't know why we waited so long.
Get him in there.
I feel like McMahon should have just rolled in there right away. My one criticism: stunner, get the fuck out of here. Yes. Never mind. I have no criticism. This is the perfect WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Give me some more beers. Oh, yeah. Get another beer. Only two? Only two? No,
I'm
one
a big
for
fan of
one
that
for McMahon.
Guy's sign that says I have to poop. That guy lives on an infamy.
There, look at that. That's the moment.
Yes.
That's the moment right there. Austin with one foot on McMahon. McMahon beer soaked. Austin's got the belt. Yes. That is the culmination of the Attitude Era right there.
Yeah,
we had another year or so, and then we had a bunch of years of Shock TV, but that was the culmination of the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era went from WrestleMania 98. It was Austin's year, right? WrestleMania 98 to WrestleMania 15. That was the Attitude Era.
Yep. Definitely.
Fucking did every time I see Bart Gunn get his ass knocked out. Never. Dude, there is nothing like those two shots. There is fucking 20 years of MMA, fucking 177 years of boxing. There are no two shots like the two shots Bart Gunn took from Butterbean. Both of those punches are the greatest two punches ever shown. Ever, right?
No, definitely not.
What? What?
What?
Are you disagreeing with me?
No. Why is I was distracted.
I know you were. All right. Let's get to the next match in the trilogy.
Yes! Oh. Let's not watch that again.
We're not going to watch that.
Hammered. Ready.
That's good.
April 1st, 01.
April 1st, 2001. WrestleMania 17. Jonesy, are you ready?
Yes. More than anything.
So this is the second match in the Austin Rock trilogy.
Yes.
This match was sort of
shit.
This was our spiritual successor to Hogan Warrior. Right? We had reached the point where Austin was the biggest name in the company, and The Rock was nipping at his heels to a point it felt like there was two. Right?
Okay.
We had the amazing, maybe the best hype video of all time for wrestling.
Are we gonna watch that?
The Rock Austin My Way by Limp Bizkit video, right? Was that not one of the best? The best. Was there a better
great, one? But it was Limp Bizkit though. So in my mind,
do you remember? Oh, that video was so good. That video was so good. But we are going to watch the match. And we are on the WWE Network. We are at 3:05:28 on WrestleMania 17. And if you want to go ahead and pull that up, it's a good Mania.
Maybe
it's very
the best.
Good. It's definitely not the best. It's a very good. It's definitely
Pretty
not.
good.
It's not my favorite. But it's a very good Mania. But we are just going to watch the main event right now. And if you want to pull up the network, WrestleMania 17, 3:05:28. I'm going to start the match in 3, 2, and 1. And play.
Now.
There we go.
Now!
Your stuff probably worked better than mine. Now you're a little ahead of us. It'll be all right.
You guys want cheese popcorn?
No, we don't want cheese popcorn. I want to see Austin 316.
Yes.
This was well. This was the what was it? Disturbed. This was the Disturbed version.
Awful.
Didn't like the Disturbed.
No.
What's that? I hate Disturbed. I hated Disturbed.
Me too. We agree on something.
We agree on something. Look at Austin. Austin roll into the ring. The crowd. And this is a hometown. This is in Texas. Where were they at Dallas for this one? Houston. They were in Houston for this match. Hometown crowd for Austin. Man. From Victoria, Texas.
They were trying to the plan was to do this in the Astrodome and be bigger than the Pontiac Silverdome.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't quite get there. But
didn't quite get there.
Big deal though.
This was what, 70 some thousand, I think was the night, was the call for the night. Yeah. They were trying to beat 90. What was
97,000.
97,000 from WrestleMania 3.
96,000 and some change.
And it
was 97,000.
Yeah, I think they came to 70,000 and some change for this show.
What is on his head?
He was marked up. He pre-gigged. I don't think he pre-gigged. I think he got marked up at a Mania. Oh, here comes The Rock. Do you smell what The Rock is cooking? And this is The Rock. Look how. Okay, so we just saw The Rock with a little bit. He was a little soft.
2 years prior.
2 years ago, he was a little thicker, a little softer. He almost had a muffin top. Here, he is lean and mean. He is tight. There is no muffin top. Still no liposuction scars on the man.
They might be there, but we can't see him.
We can't see him. Get in there, Rock.
Fat enough to do any liposuction.
No, he's never been.
No,
if he got liposuction, man, what a waste.
Yeah.
Like, what a waste of money, Rock.
No, he would have showed up and been like,
hey, look at this moment.
hey,
look at this. 2 men staring across the ring at each other.
Well, the star here is The Rock.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago it was Austin, and now it's The Rock.
Look at those lights go off, dude. We don't see that anymore. Nobody brings. Now, it's fair to say, like, people all have their phones, and their phones don't need flashes anymore, right? Here we go again, man. Right on these punches. Get him, Austin. Belt. It's already a DQ.
What were you saying? We don't see the lights like that.
You don't see the lights like that, and it's. I'm sure everybody has their phones, and the phone doesn't need the flash because it's a digital camera now, right? Mm-hmm. But man, that was what an image that was. You know, if I wonder how much that has to do with whether or not people are taking pictures versus the phones. If it's just the quality of the camera. I feel like probably everybody now is still taking pictures because everybody has a phone. There's probably more pictures being taken now than there were in that moment. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have that look, and we'll never have that moment again then. Like, that's one of those moments where we are poorer as an industry because we will never get that somebody throwing up their hands and see the flashes of everybody throughout the arena. That was bananas, dude.
Mania, we got Paul Heyman in commentary.
Oh yeah, showed up right off the bat because they had just fired King quit because they fired his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, dude! Fighting through the crowd. Austin's got both knee braces going here.
Oh man, I hate this Austin. I love it.
What do you mean you hate this Austin?
I'm just saying, man. Like it's.
What do you hate about this Austin?
I don't hate anything about it.
You just said you hate this Austin.
It's.
Hey, what about how there's
man Austin, you know?
There's a folding table out there for the Spanish announcers. That's broken. So they had an announce table that got broken. Somebody put up a folding announce table and that got broken. And they're just like, all right, well fuck you Spanish guys.
Shit anymore.
Ugh. What about that clothesline?
Yep.
Fix your knee brace, Austin. It's hanging off. There you go.
Well, why?
Just go ahead and sell for a second. Because he's got to fix the knee brace, dude.
Does he?
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, his knee might explode during the match.
Might have a dead knee. Yes!
Hey, this is a hell of a way to start off this match. This match goes a long time, and these guys started off real hot.
Yeah.
You know?
They always did, man.
They always did. But even, awesome. You know, anybody who had a long match... You know, like it's rare that you see. Usually, when you have a long match, the guys start the match off like, you know, lock up, chain wrestling. And we're talking some inside baseball here.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry if you don't quite keep up with us.
That's not a Mania deal though, especially not this Mania. Like, 'cause this is the first Mania in a stadium, right? Since 3.
Since 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Because Rock Hogan was not. That was the year before. No,
it was the year after.
Yeah,
Rock Hogan was.
The year after.
Rock Hogan was 18. So, this is 17.
16 was not in a stadium.
16 was not in a stadium.
This is the first year in a stadium
since 3. Yeah.
And all of them since then, except for 20, have been in a stadium.
All of them? I think you're right.
Well, definitely not this
year. It was after definitely not this year. Well, we're back this year. Yeah, for sure, because 2021, because 20 was in Madison Square Garden. Mm-hmm. 21, Vince made the declaration WrestleMania will be in a stadium from now on.
There was a Chicago show in there. 21 was that not 21?
After 21.
Okay. So 21 was in Rosemont.
21 was in LA. 21 was Goes Hollywood.
Oh. Where was 21 at then?
21 was in LA. 21 was Goes Hollywood.
Okay, so 22 might have been
20
normal. Arena.
Definitely not. After 20 was in Madison Square. After 20 was when Vince made the declaration, WrestleMania will never go back to will always be in a stadium. Because 30 should have been in Madison Square Garden, but it was just in New York somewhere.
No, 30 was in New Orleans.
You're right, 30 was in New Orleans. Man, fuck WrestleMania. 31. Which one was the We're Coming Home?
It was not
29.
It definitely wasn't 20.
29 or 30. 20 was it definitely was 20.
No, 20 was, but
20 was in Madison Square Garden.
The next year or the year after was at Rosemont.
No. You're wrong.
Okay.
Check it out. Look it up. Google that shit.
Okay, I will Google some things. You gotta talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst ourselves. I'll just call the match. You Google that shit. I'll call the match. Austin Austin in the face of referee Earl Hebner right now. The Rock is hurt. He's trying to regain his bearings.
Good God Almighty!
Austin's got him by the head. Big left hand by Austin. That was a right hand. Never mind. Another big right hand. The Rock is trying to find his... Oh, my goodness. The Rock is busted wide open. He's busted wide into the stairs. The Rock is busted wide open. Austin just bouncing him off the stairs. Good God Almighty, folks. And now we got him on the announce table. Austin just drilling him into the announce table. Merciless. And The Rock is crawling up on the announce table. Why is The Rock crawling? Oh, and the announce table just broke because The Rock is too heavy for it. That's my favorite WrestleMania moment. The Rock was crawling up on the announce table to set up for a spot, and the announce table just gave out from under him. Good God Almighty, folks. Good God Almighty. Well, The Rock was 275 pounds.
21 was at the Staples Center.
Ugh. Really? No, bullshit.
Yeah, in L.A.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Staples Center in L.A. So was it WrestleMania... What was WrestleMania 22? WrestleMania, you're right. WrestleMania 22 was in Rosemont. Yep. So 23 was when they decided. 23 was in Detroit.
Ford Field.
Was when they decided there'd never be another. They'd always be in. Okay, you're right. I'm wrong. God damn it! I feel like a total idiot now.
Yeah, you should. 'Cause I'm an idiot. Bring me a new coaster, dude. What's wrong with you?
What? I didn't do anything. See, this is why I didn't fuck. This is why I said. See, you fucking.
Yeah, we just need
elbows by the Rock. Here we go. Rock's busted open.
Tablecloth.
Rock's busted open. Fire him back.
Good God Almighty.
Irish whip. Nope. Swinging neck breaker. Rock goes down hard. Austin throws up get the 1, 2, and the Rock comes out. I knew the Rock came out. That was a little bit of cheating.
That's a good gig.
It's a good gig.
Blade jab.
It's a good gig for the Rock because it's not like gushing. You know what I mean? Like it's almost.
Oh, that one time it was bad.
I mean, the Rock has gushed before, but I'm saying if the Rock was gushing right now, it would not.
No,
it would not play into the match. Hey, look at Austin wipe his hand off. Gross. Rock's bleeding on me. Gross. Dude, this match.
That's a good one.
It's a good match. Austin's okay. I'm just
back in there.
I'm just gonna start calling. Okay, listen, y'all. I've been a independent professional wrestler for 20 years.
Say no.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm just gonna we're doing some inside baseball here.
Okay.
Austin is getting some great heat here. Okay. Heat is when the bad guy beats up the good guy, right? That's what that part of the match is. And even though neither of these guys are the good guy or the bad guy, they're both huge stars here. And it's supposed to be kind of like, the biggest star versus the second biggest star. Who's who, basically, is what this match is. Austin has taken on the bad guy role and has been putting a lot of heat on the Rock. And Austin is getting great heat here. Like this is kind of the start of this is kind of the start of a great run of Austin work. Austin's wrestling that is again gets overlooked, I think. Austin's wrestling from 98 to 99, from 14 to 15 WrestleManias.
Yeah.
I think that gets overlooked because he did some great work. He just owned the crowd those years. And I think it gets kind of overlooked because there was so much Gaga and Stun McMahon and feud with the owner of the company and stuff like that a lot of the matches he had and a lot of the great work he put in and it gets overlooked also because he had so many injuries.
Yeah.
That the work was not Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels' work, but for him to get the kind of matches he got with the injuries that he had, I think he gets overlooked. And here, like from this match, so we've got from the match here at WrestleMania 17 until I'm thinking about what the next year, not the next year. So about Survivor Series of this year is also some of the best work, because Austin tries to work heel from this match through about Survivor Series of this year. He tries to work heel through the whole invasion angle. But his heel work is phenomenal. And we remember a lot of the stuff he did because he has an injury and he tries to do kind of some comedic stuff with Angle and McMahon and but a lot of the work he does, a lot of the heel work he does over the next 6 months is phenomenal. But I don't know that he gets credit for it. No. And part of that is that he is such a big star. People are just like, well, Austin gonna Austin, and they don't stop to look at the caliber of match that he was having. No, because he's Austin.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a big deal in his career. Like, honestly,
this was huge.
Yeah, it really was.
I remember
because he had his ascendancy, like 2 or 3 years earlier, and then just this, like being a heel. Yeah, you can be a heel now. Okay.
So I remember that this match leading into it felt like Hogan Warrior. You know, it felt like two guys who were like, when Hogan and Warrior went at it, it was like two guys who might be bigger than the business, right? Like the two guys who were legitimately the biggest two names in the business, Hogan versus Warrior, right? When we got to this match, it had that again where it felt like Austin, Rock were legitimately the two guys who were the biggest names in the company, in the business.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? So like to get to this match, This was something else, but they had to deliver on a match.
Yeah,
this is a different animal than Hogan Rock, right? Like that's the thing. Oh, yeah. Look, all the announcers tables are broken out here. I mean, I know Rock went through that one, just climbing up onto it, but here we go, monitor shot, and I always love this monitor shot. Boom! I feel like The Rock almost died on that monitor shot because that cord didn't come loose, right? You saw it like snap back. Like Austin smacked him. There was 7 cords coming out of the back of that monitor. Yeah. Austin smacked him with it. 6 of them popped loose. And that 7th one...
Yeah, and he was going to kill him with it.
Yeah. That 7th one snapped that monitor back like it was going to cave in The Rock's head.
Okay? Don't care.
Here we go. Get in the ring. Both these guys. This is a heavy duty match, man. They have beat the shit out of each other. Both guys bleeding. Yeah, you don't like the guys don't get to bleed anymore.
No.
We got both guys bleeding.
This is a big throwback too.
Yeah, man. Austin pulling him up. The Rock selling his ass off.
You ready?
Fuck you. Double finger to The Rock.
Oh!
Nope. Oh!
God almighty.
Here we go.
Oh.
Sharp. What? Okay, the Rock shooter. The Rock shooter. I got both your legs. Here we go.
Why did you bleed out of your head like you did?
Yeah. Remember that one time when you did the thing? Let's do it like that one time.
Yeah. No, we're all gonna bleed this time though.
Dude, that's the shittiest sharpshooter. And I, man, I'm a Rock fan, so I have always tried to like give The Rock, what's the word? Not leeway, benefit of the doubt. maybe look, he's got that fuck. He's holding on to him.
Yes.
He's holding on to him by his feet and the knee brace, right? Like
that deal.
Dude. He's pulling that knee brace all fucking out of shape.
Bless his heart, though.
He's trying. This is the best sharpshooter I know. Look, Austin's like, holy shit, what the fuck? That dumbass.
Good God Almighty.
That's a good bleed job, dude. Look at that.
Both of them.
Juice.
Both of them.
Juice. And The Rock walks over, he's like, give me those knee pads. Come here.
Yeah. Oh,
here we go.
Try this again.
I still don't know how to do this job.
You.
Oh, Irish.
Yeah.
In the eyes. Get him, Austin. What do you got? Oh. What? Oh, here we go. The second worst sharpshooter ever. I got you, Rock.
At least he flipped him off.
At least he flipped him off. Hold on. Give me your knee pads. Dude.
God damn it.
Like the Rock had 2 feet. The Rock had 2 feet and a knee brace. Austin's got an ankle and a knee pad.
Well, that's on because his knee pads are around his ankles.
Well. It's because neither of these guys actually knew how to put this fucking hold on.
Yeah.
All due respect, Austin.
Whoa! Kicked him off. Whoa! What?
I don't think that was a kickoff. That was Austin. Oh, here we go. Yes. Big knee drop. Oh.
Good God Almighty.
Sell your knee, Rock. No? Okay. Then just do another sharpshooter. Yes. Oh, nope. Stomp in the gut.
Kicking your dick.
Hey. That is not. Yep. Here we go. Another sharpshooter. Oh, the worst shooter.
Why is this the finish?
I don't think it is, bro.
No, it's not.
It's definitely not.
No, we got like 10 minutes.
Why is this? Because Austin. Why do they have this spot? Look, Austin's like, I'm gonna just let go of this leg and grab this knee pad. Hold on. What? Let go. He's got the rope.
What?
Fuck you. I got it. It's no disqualification. You can't make me let go of this hold. Hey, why did Austin bleed 1.5 gallons in one spot of his face? Like the Rock's
yeah, how it goes.
The Rock's cut like trickled all down, like it runs down his.
The Rock had the worst blades I've ever seen, dude. Ever. He had this. He had the deal where he just hit a gusher on a vein or something.
Dude, that one time he cut his finger. Remember, and he kept wiping it on his forehead, like his finger was squirting blood, and he kept going, oh no, oh gosh, oh my face, look, it's on my face. Like you could clearly see.
Man,
what's this?
They loved blood back then.
That was the deal, man.
What did they do?
You saw blood on Monday Night Raw back then. Here we go. Yeah. I love this spot. Oh,
it's my favorite.
I'm out of the.
It's my favorite finish of all time.
Yes. Hey, you and me did that one time in Rolla.
Yeah, we did.
That was a good finish.
Rolla was a good finish. Jared got pulled over on the way home. Wasn't great.
Why we got to bring up old shit, Jonesy? I was so mad. Big punch.
Yes.
I almost feel like, okay, look, I know they're not. But this almost feels like a spot in the match
where God Almighty,
where they're lost.
I hate this though.
Where they're lost, so right? Much. It's like, hold on, here's a big slow punch. Here's another big slow punch. Now here's a short arm into you do the stunner. Like, what's the deal here?
This is what led to all this, dude.
What do you mean?
All the treading finishes. Because the finish thing was always, you're the best at the finish. So you're the only one who can throw it.
Right.
And then this seems like the era that it was Well, we all throw this finish now.
Well, I think here comes McMahon.
Neat.
I think The Rock and Austin were the only ones who ever accomplished the finisher trading. Who else?
I just fell asleep. I don't know.
Man, well, that's because it's taken a half an hour for Austin to get down to ring, or for McMahon to get down to ringside. Like they did.
I mean, I feel like this is what started all this shit.
Well, so here, Rock just threw a stunner, and now, well, Austin did the worst spine buster ever.
Not the worst.
The worst.
It was bad.
It was the worst spine buster ever.
It was not nearly as bad as any Rock spine buster ever happened.
But Rock's spine busters were all uniform. That spine buster was like,
but not great. None of them were great.
they were not great, but they weren't as ugly as that one. Look, there it is, right there. That one was better than the one he just threw. The Austin just threw. Austin was like, "Oh, what spine buster? Take a bump for me."
More impact.
I don't know if I mean.
Ooh! Ooh!
Here we go. People's elbow. Look at that. Look at The Rock, man. Rock looks like a superhero here.
Good God almighty.
Drop the elbow. Boom. Here we go.
It's over.
Cover. It's not over.
Thank God.
One, two. Oh, McMahon.
What?
McMahon. What are you doing? Because The Rock.
I know.
Because The Rock is not who you would want to be your biggest name of your company.
No, definitely not.
The most handsomest. Oh, look, you motherfucker.
Look
at that. Look at that, The Rock. The Rock had already done...
no.
Yeah, he had already done the Mummy here, right?
Oh, maybe that. But.
Here we go. Oh, big rock bottom. Look at this. Hey, did The Rock not take a better rock bottom than the Austin took a stunner? Just for the record.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I did. Rock comes out. Last minute. Last second. Look at Austin. Get off me, you son of a bitch. What do we got? Here we go, Austin. Here we go, Rock. Pull him up. Is it stunner time? Let's see a stunner.
Of course it is.
Stunner. Nope. Oh no, the ref.
Good God almighty. Fucking Earl Hebner.
Earl Hebner.
Man.
Hey, they took out Earl at 15 too, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, big nut shot.
Oh!
Hey, that's gotta be
almighty.
That's gotta be one of the biggest nut shots of all time.
They look great.
The Rock sold it.
Yes.
The Rock sold it like he got sodomized. Here we go. Come here.
Yes.
McMahon.
Kill him.
McMahon and Austin? Really?
Oh, good God almighty.
That's got to be it.
It's done. Get another referee out of here. Let's go.
Here we go. What do we got? Who we got?
Oh,
get Earl Hebner back in there.
yeah, not another one.
Here we go. 1, 2. Do we got it? No. Oh, The Rock comes out.
Good God almighty.
So, if you follow wrestling at all, then you probably know that this match, Austin was bored, Austin was frustrated, and Austin wanted to turn heel. And Austin will regularly say that if he could go back and do this again, instead of all of this, he would call the audible and stay a good guy. That this match, turning heel at the end of this match and trying to align with Vince McMahon, was obviously a huge mistake. Now they are in Houston, Texas. Austin is a good old boy from Victoria, Texas. Like I don't know why they thought. Like you can, thinking back on that, you just know, you feel like, because what they did was they turned Vince McMahon face, because Vince McMahon comes out and tries and joins the fight with Austin, right? So there's just no way for this not to be a great big good old Texan boy party, right? But they plow through it here, and you can just see it. You can see them trying so hard, and you can just see the crowd not buying into this. If you listen to it, you can hear the crowd with Austin. Nope, screw the Rock. The crowd is all the way with Austin. And as a result, all the way with McMahon. And even though they do this end, where it's like stunner, chair shot, and now we're going to get too many chair shots.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
The crowd is still with Stone Cold Steve Austin all the way. Now, fuck you, Earl Hebner. Here we go. Chair shots. Let's start it off. Too many chair shots. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the chest. Sell to the back, Rock. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 chair shots in a row. 1, 2, 3. And now the Rock can't kick out. And the crowd goes nuts.
They did.
Right? That crowd jumped up. That crowd jumped to their feet. And I just... Who didn't know that's how that would go? Right?
Well,
am I wrong here?
Those two guys.
Am I wrong here?
No.
I think Vince knew. I think Vince was just... had the relationship with Austin, and Austin was so dead set on, I'm tired of being face, I want to be heel, because I feel like the true workers, the purest wrestlers always want to be heel.
It may be.
Right?
Can't argue with that.
And so Austin was just in a hurry to turn back heel. And so he came up with this he came up
still doing all this.
Yep. Give me some beers, I'll drink them with McMahon. But I think Austin overestimated McMahon's power as a heel and underestimated his own power as a face for this match, as a good guy. And I think he really thought, if we do the finish this way, because I think anywhere else in the country, this finish probably would have worked to turn him heel.
Really?
At least enough that the crowd wouldn't have been jumping to their feet to cheer him on.
Yeah.
Disagree?
I don't think that was a regional deal.
No?
No, man. I think
So you think if they had done that finish in New York,
yeah,
it would have been the same result?
yeah.
Maybe so.
I really
Maybe so.
do, man. That was a unique finish. It was a good finish, but that whole deal with him and McMahon, that this whole time, and they can pin it on another guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is our new star.
Yep.
Well, there we go.
Just gratuitous belt shot, Austin on the Rock. Why wouldn't we?
Yeah. 2 years later, shoes on the other foot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a I don't know. You can't beat them, join them type of deal.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so. But guys, that was WrestleMania 17, and now we are going to switch. So go ahead, give us a pause. We are still on the WWE Network, and pull up WrestleMania 19, where we are going to the third and final match of this trilogy.
I ain't had whiskey and Coke
in a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, digging the
Probably
thing, right?
10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Whiskey and my go-to drink for a while has been Jim Beam and Diet Coke. I prefer Pepsi to Coke.
Really?
Generally, but I prefer
asshole.
Coke. I prefer Coke with whiskey because I think Coke brings a little more like caramel.
Yeah. It's definitely
and when you bring it with bourbon or whiskey, like it just smooths into this nice caramel, a little bit of like a roasty flavor. That's my jam, man.
I cannot speak to the flavors of Pepsi.
Yeah.
I just always knew Pepsi tasted sweeter than Coke.
Yeah, and I think I guess that's why I prefer it. I don't know. I prefer the taste of Pepsi to Coke.
Booze.
I prefer the taste of Pepsi to Coke, but I do not like Pepsi with booze, particularly with whiskey.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about that. What we are talking about is the third match in the WrestleMania Rock Austin Trilogy.
Best trilogy
WrestleMania 18.
The only one.
The only trilogy. The best trilogy. But
And the only one.
this match comes together. And we have both guys kind of on their way out. Now The Rock has more to do, but this is Austin's last match. Mm-hmm. We did not know it would be Austin's last match. The Rock had come back. And this was I love this Rock. I wish this Rock got more, I don't know, credit, play. He was a heel. He came back with a new character, and he was doing some like video only promos. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. He was doing these like I'm from Hollywood type promos. I mean, not comparable to.
The fuck just happened?
It's a thunderstorm.
Oh, okay.
What do you want? Not comparable to. Fuck, who's Man on the Moon? Help me out.
Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman. They were not comparable to Andy Kaufman's I'm from Hollywood promos, but they were kind of like these video promos where he would start cutting a promo and then he'd talk to his producer or director or whatever and like run down the people in town. It was a great heel promo. Mm-hmm. The kind of thing you didn't see very often. They were so awesome. It was this whole new Rock, and I loved it. And I think everybody loved it because after this match, he was a heel through this match, and then the very next night, Goldberg comes out, right? And Goldberg comes out to confront him, and Goldberg was an instant heel because The Rock was so awesome at this point. And everybody was like, fuck Goldberg. and it was the first time I remember, because the Backlash after this Mania was main evented by The Rock versus Goldberg. The Rock let Goldberg win. And it was the first time I remember them shutting the crowd off because the crowd was booing Goldberg. and they shut the crowd. Like there was a moment like Goldberg won the match, the crowd booed, Goldberg threw his hands up, and they shut the crowd audio off, and all you heard was Goldberg's music. It's the first time that happened. I remember that happening. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. Tonight, right now, we are talking about The Rock versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 19. We are on the WWE Network, WrestleMania 19, and we are at 2:44:54.
Yeah.
And we are going to start this match in 3, 2, and play. This was this open, man. He had this Hollywood Open for a while, The Rock. I remember the first night they showed this was at No Way Out when he wrestled Hogan for the second time.
Really?
Yeah. And they did this whole intro because I remember we were trying to the month before.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out if this was Hogan's or The Rock's intro because there was kind of like they had slowed down his music, and so there was just kind of like the guitar and all the shots of LA, and it almost felt like it was going to be Hogan. And everybody was like, I bet this is Hogan. I bet this is Hogan. I remember being like, this is The Rock. And then it was like, is cooking. Boom. Ba-na-na-na-na. Dong. Ba-na-na. This might be my favorite Rock music, my favorite Rock character. This might be my favorite. And as a dyed-in-the-wool motherfucking The Rock fan,
well,
when I got back into wrestling, okay, when I got into wrestling, I had been a kid, and like Hogan was a thing, and like I liked wrestling, and I'd go over and watch it with friends, and like we watch wrestling, and I remember watching the Saturday Morning Superstars where Sergeant Slaughter burned the Hulkamania T-shirt.
Yep.
But I never really was like invested. And then my best friend, Scotty Cash, was like, hey, you got to come see this wrestling thing. It's crazy now. There's the NWO, and Rodman is on it, and Hulk Hogan's a bad guy, and this guy Stone Cold.
I was with the Rodman thing.
And this guy Stone Cold, and I was like, cool, I'll stop by. And I started coming by on Monday nights, and he kept telling me, Stone Cold, Stone Cold, Stone Cold. And I saw this guy called The Rock walk out, and I was like,
it was a big deal.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
And we're talking in 97 or early 98.
Maybe 96.
No, early. It was 97 or early 98 when this happened. Yeah. And I was like, "Who the fuck is this? The Rock?"
Yep.
And he was like, "Oh, that's
look at this.
That's this dude."
Look at this entrance.
I'm not done talking about The Rock yet.
Okay, I'm sorry. But
The
look
Rock.
at this,
The
dude.
Rock is who brought me into wrestling, and this is still my favorite. The Rock. Okay, yes, here comes Stone Cold, and this is not only probably the best shape Stone Cold was ever in. He looks so huge here. He looks bigger than he's ever looked before.
Ever.
He's in the best shape of his life, and he can't do it anymore. Spoiler alert.
He can't go.
OMR on his vest means... I remember...
I'm all done.
I remember watching this Mania, and we were going, what does OMR mean? It must mean one mean redneck. Because he was the bionic redneck, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. That was the time.
Yeah. In his book, and since that, on his podcast and everything else, he says it means one more round. So he had that vest made for this match, knowing that it was going to be his last.
Well,
look at that standoff, man.
Yes.
This is...
You always forget how big Steve Austin is.
Yeah, man. You don't feel like that because
forget,
he was...
Man.
Well, he was right.
Came up in the Land of Giants.
He came up in the Land of Giants.
And his biggest rivalry was with The Rock, who's enormous.
Yep.
And he's as big as he is.
He's as big as... Well, Austin had that perfect size where he looks like he's the same size as The Rock, even though The Rock's a little taller than him. But when he's in there with Michaels, he looks like he's the same size as Michaels because he's only a little bit taller than Shawn Michaels. You know what I mean? Right. Or Bret Hart. So Austin had that perfect size, and it sure doesn't help here that he had been home for a year just lifting. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just lifting and getting big.
Right.
So he's jacked as fuck here. Oh, why wouldn't you? No, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the Polynesian tattoos and stuff.
They were fresh on The Rock here.
Yeah.
He had just started getting these. He doesn't even have later the next year at WrestleMania 20. He'll have the addition on all down his chest.
Yep.
Here he's just got the stuff on his arm. Man, gosh, I love both these guys here. This is my favorite match of the trilogy. And they just go right at it. This match feels like such a fight, man. It does not even feel like a wrestling match. They just went right in for it, right in on the left hand. Of course, I mean they started throwing punches right off the bat in all these matches.
Yeah.
And nowadays, well, I don't know, man. You just don't have this fight feel, you know?
No.
Everybody now.
Not often.
And I'm pulling out my walker and chasing some kids off my lawn here, but everybody now just wants to have 5-star wrestling match, and nobody wants to have the fucking fight. And that's what Austin did better than maybe anybody in the history of the business. Was just guess what? Here comes the fight. Look, stomp on your fingers. Fuck your fingers, Rock. Here, look, I'm gonna do it again. Nope, I'm gonna kick you in the face. I'm not gonna throw a hold. I'm not gonna do anything. Stomp, kick. Fucking, I love it, man.
Dirtbag him.
Choke. I'm the good guy, but I'm gonna choke the shit out of you right now.
Yeah.
Earl Hebner, get off him! Stop! There's rules to the game. Dude, I love this match so much.
Dude.
Here we go.
Cool.
Belly to back. Only wrestling hold we'll see in the whole match. Belly to back suplex. And here we go. Cover.
Actually,
1, 2.
Match, this entire card. Maybe.
No, man. There's a lot of wrestling on this card. This WrestleMania 19 is my favorite WrestleMania. I don't think there's been a better WrestleMania since. Overall. This card has this match.
I feel like 17 was the best.
WrestleMania 19 has this match. Austin Rock. It has
great.
It has McMahon Hogan. It has Jericho Michaels.
Okay.
It has Triple H Booker T, which is you're going Triple H Booker T. That match is 3 times better than you remember it. Go back and watch it sometime. It's got Angle Lesnar. Now,
yes,
Lesnar almost dies at the end of that match, but everything before that match.
That's this Mania?
That's this Mania.
Oh.
This
Good God Almighty.
I remember this was the first Mania where I remember getting through the 3 opening matches and kind of being like, holy shit, every match left on this card is a main event.
Mm-hmm. Listen to that.
Yeah.
All the shit you just said, they're in a stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. It's a baseball stadium.
Stadium.
Whatever.
Safeco Field, man.
But think about that.
Yeah.
That's where this whole deal came from.
Yeah.
We gotta have. Oh man.
It was a new generation. This Mania generated a new form of Mania.
Yeah. For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
There was, because 18...
No, it was 2 years ago. 17.
I mean, you could say...
Stadium.
Yeah.
But they didn't have all these main events.
True.
Right?
Right.
So you're not getting Angle and Lesnar, which is... My God.
Well, 17 was a great Mania. I love 17. Like, I love 17. 17 main evented Rock and Austin, but it also had Angle Benoit. It had the very first Triple H Undertaker match, which is actually my favorite Triple H Undertaker match.
It's not the best, though.
I think it is.
It's good. It's not the best.
It's man.
It's good.
I like the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
is probably the best.
It's probably better.
But I almost feel like it's a different animal.
Well,
you know, like almost like it's unfair to compare it to.
Yeah.
Like that's like saying, well, Rock Austin at 19 is better than Rock. I don't have a good finish for that thought.
Well,
how about it's like comparing this Rock Austin to Austin and Hart at 13. You know what I mean? Like, they're completely different animals. It's unfair to compare.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel about Triple H Undertaker Hell in a Cell and Triple H Undertaker at 17.
Yeah.
And here we are back in the sharpshooter. Rock has not practiced the sharpshooter once since WrestleMania 17.
No.
He still does it exactly the same, terribly.
Oh, he's so good at
it. And I say that as possibly the biggest Rock fan who has never fantasized about killing the Rock. Like, I'm sure the Rock has stalkers who fantasize about killing the Rock and wearing his skin. I'm the biggest fan who doesn't take it to that level.
That's me, though.
You're gonna kill the Rock and wear his skin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the only other option there is.
Jonesy.
What?
You know I love you, right?
Do you?
I do. But if you ever show up in a Rock skin suit, podcast is over. No judgment. Well, some judgment.
I understand. That's
Rock putting on. I love that moment because the Rock starts to put on the jacket, the crowd reacts, and the Rock goes, oh my God, and puts on the jacket anyway, and goes in to fucking get stunned by Stone Cold. Or punches. I thought he got stunned there. Punches, punch. Reverse. Where we at? Duck one. Double clothesline. Oh.
Good God Almighty!
Bagow! I don't know why Rock put that vest on. like he wears that vest for a long time, man. I don't know why he puts it on. I love it though. It feels like, you know what, man? It feels like such an indie thing to do. I think that's why
I think, yeah.
Hey,
that's right. Look at him. He's lost.
Me too.
You can't even. Look at this. Boom. Boom.
Duck one.
Boom!
Luthez press. Here's some big left hands.
Oh,
those are
big
boom,
ass.
Boom, boom. I love that. I love like the Rock was like covered up blocking it.
Yeah,
and Austin broke through that before he finally.
Fuck
you, Earl Hebner. Here's piston fire by the rattlesnake. Head of steam elbow.
Fuck you.
Middle fingers.
Boom.
Drop it. And look at the Rock sell. Nobody ever sold like man.
Well,
what? What? Who sells like The Rock?
That was a little ridiculous, right?
No. That's Rasslin. That's Rasslin, brother. Yeah, here we go. Stomp that mud hole. Here we go. Stomp the mud hole. Fuck you, Earl Hebner. Walk it dry.
Stomp.
That was a weak ass walking to dry, but Austin's probably out of breath by now. Duck 1, duck 2, fucking flying clothesline. Nip up.
Best clothesline.
Fucking smell it.
Best clothesline ever.
Fuck yes. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck the fans. Tell them, Rock. This is my Rocky. Hashtag my Rock. Rock bottom by Austin. It's over. Get the cover.
No,
nope.
He can't.
He's got to adjust his knee brace. Here we go.
Yes.
Ah.
Good God Almighty.
2.
Yeah.
2.
I get it.
Here we go. What do you got, Austin? Dude, look at Austin. Austin's never been in that good a shape, has he?
Yeah. Like 5 years.
I mean, he looks. I mean, he looks like he's in that good a shape now. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous when Austin.
Sure. Yeah.
Austin shows up now. 10 years from being on the roster. Well, fuck, 10 years. What is this? 20 years, right? 20 years later, Austin shows up on Raw. Still looks like the biggest star in the company.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man.
I think that's the issue.
Here we go. Pull him back. Get the cover, Rock. This is the longest, laziest.
He's still got his vest on,
dude. He's still got that vest on. It took him a minute and a half to cover. He hit Austin with his stunner. Took him a minute and a half to cover.
Well, you know.
What do you got, Austin? What do you got, Rock? Call him out. Here we go. Fix your elbow pad. Yep. Dude, look at both these guys, man.
Yeah.
Getting the moment. Oh. Yeah. I love it. Big lefts. Big left. Okay. Right. Big punch. I don't know what I'm saying.
This?
Fuck you, Austin. Just put some stank on it. Stunner. Oh my God.
Good God Almighty. How
Rock's down. Everybody's down.
How amazing is this? With both of okay. Austin's out.
Cover. No, you got out of it. Rock comes out. Dude, I love this match. This match sucks you in, man. These guys
So good.
It's so good. Like there are athletes on the roster right now who are better athletes than both these guys. They can do more flips, they can do more impressive moves, but they can't fucking achieve this emotion, this feeling, these moments. Like this match has had more moments in the match than Seth Rollins has had in his career.
And that's true. But let's see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's not fair, right? I get that it's not fair to compare anybody to the Rock and Austin. We started this episode talking about how these guys were a different animal, a different level than anybody else, right? Nobody had ever been on the level that these guys had been in. Oh, look, fucking suck it. Get rid of that. Here's the second. People's elbow. Here we go. 1. Hit the ropes. Boom, he's got the vest off. There we go. Drop. Oh, my gosh. Get the cover, Rock. 1, 2. Austin comes out.
Thank God.
What do you got, Rock? What do you got? Where we pull it together. Can't believe he kicked out. Come on, Rock, get up. You gotta finish him.
He kicked out.
You gotta finish him.
It's an elbow drop. Take it easy.
Hold on. That's right. Oh, Austin. All you watch this. Fucking I love The Rock, man. Look at him. Getting that stalk in. Here we go. Austin feeds in. Here we go. Rock bottom. Oh! It's over. Get that. Hook it up.
Good
Grab
God.
that leg. 1, 2. Oh! What?
What?
He kicked out of the rock bottom. Okay, Rock. That's all right. That's all right. No, do it again. Here we go. Pull it together. You got this shit. What do we got? Yes. We're stalking him again. We're just going to do this shit again. Come on, get up. Get up, Austin. Get up. Look, she's trying. He's trying so hard to pull himself up. Come on, get up. No, hey, all y'all chanting Austin right now, fuck y'all. No, fuck you. Here we go. Elbow. Oh no, elbows. He's fighting back. What's he got? Goes for the line. Nope. Dude, rock bottom 2. Cover him up. Come on. 1, 2. Oh my.
This is the best
Austin
episode
comes
I've
out.
ever had.
Austin comes out at 2.
I know.
2 and 3.
I know.
3 quarters, brother.
I know.
I can't even believe it.
He ain't passing that shit.
Don't do it. You got him, Rock.
Deal.
You got him. Come on, Rock. Do it again. All you got. Hold on. Everybody thinks. Not all of y'all right now. Look, everybody in the arena. No.
Yeah.
We're going to do this shit again. Here we go. Don't touch my boot.
What?
There you go, Rock. 'Cause just here we go. Pick yourself up, Austin. Dude, you can feel this moment, dude.
Yes.
Look at Austin. Look at both these guys taking their time, and The Rock knows it, and Austin fighting up, coming up. What's he got?
Feed.
Oh, he's got him.
No.
Hey, everybody.
Dead.
Everybody, do you feel this
Leave
moment
him
right
alone.
now? Big
Boom.
one. Oh, cover him up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Fucking. Oh, I love it. And look, the fans are not happy that The Rock won, but the fans feel this moment.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, they do.
You know, everybody, when at 17, when Austin beat The Rock, everybody jumped to their feet and were happy that Austin won. Everybody is on their feet right now because they know this is a moment.
Yeah.
Whether they're happy or sad, like this is a moment that matters.
Look at this.
And this is Rock and Austin. And Rock said something there.
Yeah,
And we're not gonna put you. You can go find out what The Rock said, but we're not gonna say it tonight. Go do your do your homework. Do your research. The Rock will tell you what he said. It was something special between him and Austin. You can find it out easily, but go find it out. This match.
We don't need to see that. We don't need to know.
We don't need to know.
No.
If you want to know, go find out. This match.
Yes.
This match is one of my favorite WrestleMania matches.
It's a great match.
It's definitely my favorite of the trilogy.
So good.
It feels like such a moment. These two performers are both one of a kind performers, and they present this match that is just on another level.
Told him you loved him again.
Dude, fucking you ruined it.
What?
No, nothing. He goes out, hugging his wife, his mom, his grandma. Throws the peace sign to some other dudes. Like, I don't know who that was for. Peace, brother.
Hey. My guy.
Dude, this match feels... And like this match, I remember when they were setting up this match, I was almost like, why are we doing this match again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it almost felt, because we were kind of past the Attitude Era at this point.
Yeah.
We were kind of moved beyond that. But like this was during, and I've always called this the WWE got a victory lap. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like the Monday Night Wars happened, and the Attitude Era happened, and everything was so crazy, and then they did the Invasion stuff, and Vince McMahon bought WCW, and all of that, and this WrestleMania was like the victory lap, because they had Hogan was back, and he wrestled Vince McMahon, and Shawn Michaels was back, and he wrestled Chris Jericho, and Triple H was still doing his thing, and he wrestled Booker T, and we finished, we had this Stone Cold Rock match that was like this ultimate culmination, and then after this, Angle Lesnar had to follow this match, which, man, how much?
That was the next match.
That was the next match.
Oh, fuck.
There might have been a Divas match in between to bring the crowd down, but it was this match, then the main event, essentially. Even if there was a Divas match, I'm not counting that.
Yeah.
No offense, Divas.
Wow.
You sucked at this time. This was not the Women's Revolution.
Evolution.
Whatever.
Austin
throwing up. And this is Austin saying goodbye, right?
Yeah,
we don't know. This is Austin saying goodbye.
We didn't know.
We had no idea, but this was the last match. And he will have a podcast. He will be the commissioner. He will be the sheriff. He will be the co-commissioner. He's not done on TV. He's not done as a character. But this is Austin's last match.
Yeah, right.
And man, did he ride off into the sunset on this.
Yeah, for sure. Man, what a good deal.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah,
it's a different. It's like, I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that again.
No, I don't think we will, man. That's what I started off with. Like it's the two stars.
Mm-hmm.
One's crescendoing, like Austin was, and the other one is just building up and becoming a superstar.
Right. Well, Austin's riding off into the sunset. The Rock's about to go off into Hollywood and become become the biggest A-listest star. Right? I mean, he's gonna make. I mean,
well paid, dude.
Man, he's gonna make more money than anybody else in Hollywood, right?
Yeah. He's the number one deal.
It's insane,
what are you laughing
man.
About?
I'm just laughing at how like the Rock is moving forward, man. It's insane.
Okay. All right.
It's insane to think that the Rock, a wrestler who, you know what I mean, like there was a moment where it was like he did Saturday Night Live, and holy crap, can you believe the Rock did Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
And now
and the funniest part was the Big Show.
Yeah. Yeah. And now he's done Saturday Night Live like 3 times. He's one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. And, Austin is still... I mean, we talked about Austin. When Austin shows up for the occasional, like, the Raw reunion, or when he shows up on 3/16 for his national holiday, he still feels like a bigger star than anybody who is on Raw right now.
Yeah. Or on any television.
And, well, man. Guys, thank you for joining us on this WrestleMania weekend. I hope you enjoy WrestleMania. Whether you're watching this on Saturday and Sunday, this is the WrestleMania that is too big for one night. Just like Jonesy's fucking nipples.
What?
They're too big for one night. Why are you hiding your nipples, bro?
Well,
fucking bring them out. They're too big for one night. Bring them out. Let's see them.
Why did you say that?
Let's see them. They're too big for one night. Look at them fucking sexy
Get
ass.
out of here, dude.
Guys, thank you for joining us on this WrestleMania weekend. Make sure you head over. You can find us on YouTube, Drunk Rasslin, Rasslin. On YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. Head over to Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, Drunk Rasslin, Drunk, Rasslin. And you can comment, send us a message, request an episode. We are about to get into our watch-alongs.
Yeah, we can't keep this up any longer.
Please request something. I mean, we got plenty of stuff we want to do. What we normally like to do is we like to watch like a Nitro or a Raw like the month leading up to a pay-per-view. So that's what we're about to get back to. But if you have a request for an episode or a match or anything that you would like to see us do a watch-along with, drop it on the Facebook, DM us, comment on YouTube, and we will absolutely do that one for you guys. We would love to do more requests. However, if you like the audio version of this podcast, you can find us on Podbean, Spotify, Google Play, the Apple Podcast app, all of them. Anywhere where you find podcasts, check us out. Look up Drunk Rasslin, DRUNKRASSLIN.
Why do you keep doing it to yourself?
I do it because I'm doing it the right way now. Why you keep?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm proud of you.
Guys, thank you for joining us tonight. It has been a great road to WrestleMania. Next week, we get back to usual. We get back to the things that we normally do. Happy WrestleMania, you guys. It is the WrestleMania extravaganza. Please remember to always drink responsibly. And in this crazy time that we are in this life, be safe, stay healthy. We will see you guys next week.